Simply put, geodatabases are a collection of geographic data sets that are held within a common file system or a common file folder. For your first few classes here at Mesa, when we focus on geodatabases, we're focusing on this simple definition, how to build and maintain your spatial data. There really is so much more going on with geodatabases. It may seem like a really boring topic, but there's a lot to take in with geodatabases. So yes, geodatabases are a place you can physically store your data, but they are also the primary format for storing our data, for editing our data, for creating new data. It's a great data management tool because it allows you to create and maintain your data while maintaining that data integrity. So what does that mean, maintaining data integrity? Let's say you are working at a company and you are sending out your colleagues using GPS receivers or using smartphones and tablets to collect information out in the field. Maybe it's on irrigation channels and seeing where there's water and where there isn't water, or an archaeological dig and trying to identify where there are pieces of pottery uncovered. You can control what your field technicians are entering into your shapefile. So you can control the attributes. You can control the type of features they're collecting. They can only add in point data, or they have to draw a line of where the irrigation channel is. You can, with the attributes in the attribute table, you can control the spelling. So there's not 14 different spellings of the historical area you're finding the pottery from. This is helping you maintain that data integrity. What we don't get into too much in this class is maintaining that spatial integrity. When you create a geodatabase, you can set up topology rules, so you're maintaining how data are related to each other, which we'll talk about a little bit in future classes. In addition, you may be at an organization, let's say you're working for San Diego County, and you have many GIS techs and interns that are all working to edit the county-wide road shapefile. You need everybody to be working on one data set at a time. So how do you prevent getting locks on that data set? Well, in your multi-user geodatabase, you'll be able to do that. You'll be able to simultaneously edit a shapefile while your coworkers are working on that same shapefile. So you will be able to complete the edit of the roads a lot faster. But you're also still maintaining that control. So you can have your lead GIS person take the time to do quality control before all of the edits get approved and get turned over into the new version. So honestly, there's so much more going on with geodatabases than just data storage. We actually have a whole class, GISG 114, that's dedicated to learning about spatial databases. So in the first labs related to this week's exercise, it'll be a pretty straightforward look at creating geodatabases and how to create new features and set up attributes and domains, but it's really a lot more to learn outside of this class about geodatabases.